Good morning. It's around about 6:30, leaving Port Douglas. So I guess the real part of the ride is about to begin. The weather's looking a bit tropical, I could say. It's pretty mild. Fair bit of rain last night, which cooled things down, which was good. First night I've had at least 4 hours sleep. Broken up, of course. So get through to Mossman, then up to Cape Trib, Cooktown today. See what the day brings. A little bit misty out there. Be nice if it would clear up, get a better view. Just coming through, I think it's Wonga Beach. A little bit misty over there, but the weather's cleared since leaving Port Douglas. Well, I guess the sign says it all. Ticket booth is empty, continue to ferry. It's 7:30, maybe we're a bit early. Or maybe they're on the other side, I don't know. Sitting here watching the ferry, and I guess as a Victorian and a tourist, it's all pretty exciting. And you see old mate here with his concreting truck, obviously just doing his daily commute. Yeah, this whole trip starts to become real now. Those commute kilometres to Port Douglas were long, and now can slow down a little bit, I guess. Thanks, mate. Be a great view if it was clearer. I just came through Thornton's Beach and it got me thinking what tourism's like up here now. When you look at pre-COVID, people were kind of travelling. Then during COVID, People couldn't go anywhere, couldn't travel overseas, and for a short period of time people were buying caravans and travelling Australia and just getting out locally. And now coming through this part of the Daintree and some of these little towns or resorts or backpackers, they're all looking very, very tired. How's the Serenity? Had to take the camera off for a bit because it was just raining too heavy. Just come up over some roadworks on what is the Bloomfield. This is the third set of lights in about 500 metres. So lots of roadworks being done from the landslides. And every time I have to stop, I just get wetter. I'm on the Bloomfield track. Lots of roadworks where the landslides are being repaired. It's wet. I'm kind of soaked through. But I guess that's what happens in a rainforest. I'm going to continue through to Cooktown and on the way grab a lunch at the Lion's Den. Not too deep. Oh, very loose. Having this weight on Sven makes a huge impact. The first time I came across the Bloomfield track was about 10 years ago in the four-wheel drive, and it had just been graded and it was like a highway. Got to the Lion's Den and there were all these stickers saying, you know, I made it across the Bloomfield, and I thought it'd be slightly embarrassing buying one of those when it's pretty much a highway. And you look at some of the photos of what the Bloomfield used to be and you can see, yep, I'd buy a sticker if it was how it used to be. And crossing Imogen Creek, I need to take that into account when I continue on, because the way this weight's on the bike and the way Sven handles will impact how I proceed going forwards. Be great to do this on an unloaded bike. Well, the whole trip would have been great to do an unloaded bike, but it would take some of the adventure out of it, I guess. Well, coming to the end of the Bloomfield, a few kilometres. It's only about 9:30, so don't know how I'll go for lunch at the Lion's Den, or for any food in general. Ooh, that's a long way down. The rain stopped Weather seems to be getting a bit better. I should dry out in an hour or so. Not far from Bloomfield. Just thought stop here, take in the vista at the top of the rise so I won't get run over from cars coming in either direction. It's warmed up, and by the looks of the ground it's a bit drier than what it was coming through from Cape Trib. Bit interesting to see what the weather's like on this side of the ranges. Apart from it being warm, I thought Melbourne weather was unpredictable. I've gone through rain with no sun, sun with no rain, cloudy, dark, all in about half an hour. Lots and lots and lots of roadworks. Lots and lots and lots of roadwork traffic lights. About 3 kilometres and more traffic lights. So last time I did the Bloomfield track, there wasn't one set of traffic lights. That was 10 years ago. With the damage over the last couple of years, there's lots of roadworks. So almost every time we start getting into the groove of the Bloomfield and the scenery, you have to stop. It's unfortunate that the traffic lights are in areas where the scenery is not so good. Hopefully we get the Lions Den soon, and hopefully they'll have some food. If not, continue through to Cooktown. But I'm really hanging out for a chicken parma, chips and salad, because then I can compare it to the last one I had 10 years ago there. Four kilometres. Lions Den Hotel. 10 years. The Lions haven't got a new main. Well, I just left the Lions Den, stopped for a Diet Coke. They're not doing meals until 12, which is another hour away, and don't really want to hang out there until 12 o'clock. And maybe I've gotten older, or maybe time's gone by, but It's more touristy, theme parkish than what I remember it being. But, you know, I guess it brings in the tourists. Still an iconic pub. Just, I don't know, there's something missing from when I was there last time. Well, I'm on the other side of the ranges, and as you can see, it's a whole lot drier. So that could be a good thing or a bad thing. Get into Cooktown, refuel, have something to eat. When I was stuck in Torrens Creek, I was talking to an older couple who mentioned Endeavour Battle Camp Road as a way to get across without having to go back down to Lakeland and up to Laura. So we'll see if that's an option. But this is Black Mountain, and I think it's this colour because of the lichen or the moss that covers I think it's granite. Into Cooktown. I think when I was here 10 years ago, this marina was in progress. So certainly had a bit of money put through. Grassy hill, bit windy hill. Leaving Cooktown, grab some fuel, something to eat. I'm going to look at this Battle Camp Road. When I was in Torrens Creek, a couple told me about it. A good way to get across from Cooktown to Laura. We'll see where we end up. I've just turned onto Battle Camp Road, which is the road to Laura. Got 100 kilometres, and that's about all I know. I have no plan, just making it up as I go along at this point. You know, there's all these great tracks and stuff up here that I'd love to ride, but the very first thing is to get up to the tip and then worry about how I'm going to get home, which way. Just as I was coming down here, I was thinking, need more detailed maps, because I have no fucking idea. I don't know any distances to get from here to either of those three, and I don't know what's available down there. I'm going to have to continue up to Laura. I'm going to have to find a better map. As I said earlier, the idea is to get there first and then make my way back. So some of these iconic tracks, Telegraph, Starkey, all those, may have to wait a couple of days. Being with Optus, there's no coverage out here, so Google Maps doesn't work. and DMD2 isn't that detailed. Anyway, it's all about the adventure. Gonna have to find a spot somewhere in the shade and go down a few psi. It's a bit sketchy with these corrugations and highway pressures. There's a spot off the road and there's my shade. While I was letting the tyre pressures down, had a truck and 2 4-wheel drives past, so it was right timing because I'm no longer in their way or in their dust. Down at 22 psi and it feels a lot better. Only another 80 kilometres, I think. So I just came around the corner on some roadworks and the guy on the roller was waving at me. I'm wondering what it is, so I kind of moved over and there was a big truck coming across the crossing. Oh, a couple of low spots in there. Firm underfoot, but it was like foot deep, 2 foot deep, foot deep, 2 foot deep. Still on Battle Camp Road. Was just thinking, after over 3,000 kilometres of asphalt, it's nice to be on some dirt again. And I know it's not significant dirt, but it's the best there is at the moment. These dirt roads go forever, and as I've mentioned before, it's not real dirt, but it's still pretty amazing to be out here in northern Queensland doing this. The Laura River. Hot enough for a swim, but man, I don't know what's living in there. Oh, man, those basalt bluestone rocks, they're loose. Just prior to that causeway, came round a corner. It was all this sandy shit, and had a car on one side and me and the sandy stuff going a bit fast. Nearly caught me out. I've got feeling Laura. Going to push on towards Cohen. There's a couple of places in between that I can pull up camp. Musgrave Roadhouse and River Tourist Park. If I can get another 100 k's or so in, just makes tomorrow a little bit shorter maybe, or a little bit further. Hahn River, 15 kilometres. I think I might put the tent up there. It's 3:30. I skipped Hahn River. I'll continue through to Musgrave. It's about 20 to 4, so still got some daylight. until this truck goes past, and then I can't see nothing. As I was saying, still has some daylight. Swarms probably, I don't know, low 30s maybe. Trying to work out what's soft and what's harder. If I go into the harder stuff, that's where the trucks are coming down. If I get too close to the edge, that looks pretty soft. There's a change in colour there, so that's probably even softer. Oh, there's a soft one. Oh, rutted, soft. There's dust in front of me, so I don't know what's there. Can't slow down too much, need to get, oh fuck man. Can't get behind the truck, or the ute, that's too dusty. Now I can get in front of him maybe. Try to find where the corrugations aren't. Now I've got a big truck. So I'm going to have to get across somehow. Don't want to slow down too much. He's right in the middle, and I'm almost right off the edge. Not something you see in Melbourne every day. So when I bought Sven, the guy that built it was much heavier than I was, and I've been struggling with the suspension since I purchased it because I'm oversprung. I'd have to say, now with all the weight I'm carrying, it is great. So Sven and the suspension in his element. Cohen 106, Arch River 171, Lockhart 309, Weeper 376, Bamaga 540, the top 570. Musgrave Station. Grabbed the drink. They really are so much more exciting on someone else's vlog. Or maybe it's just the time of the year. So next fuel is Cohen. It's 100 k's away. It's 4:10. see what happens. Right for fuel. If I have to camp in the bush, I'll camp in the bush. This white sand is dangerous. Fuck. Man, there were some scary sections across that stuff. Still about 80 kilometres outside of Cowan. So a long way to go. Well, on this stuff, it's a long way to go. I don't know how far outside of Cowan I am, maybe 40k. But fuck, man, I've had it. You got to keep up a certain amount of speed on this PDR because of the corrugations. And then you hit this white stuff and fuck, man. I've nearly wiped out a couple of times. I'm trying to work out where the best part of the road is, but I don't think there is a best part of the road. Everyone seems to travel around about the middle, but that's not helping me. When I left Cooktown, I was saying how happy I was to be on some dirt. Right now, I'm so happy to be on asphalt. Some of that loose sand is just scary. Like I said, you go too slow, you get affected by the corrugations. You got to get up enough speed, but then you hit that sand and everything goes everywhere. So try and get the weight back and power through it, but that's not always possible. Good morning. Spent the night camping in Cowan. Stopped at the pub, grabbed a meal, and they've got a campground down the back. Would be nice to just sit at the pub for a little bit longer, just to have another can of drink, but I was so buggered, just went down and tried to get some sleep. Weeper, that's the next stop. I just don't know how many kilometres because I don't know what the fuel situation is. So campgrounds down the back, nothing flash but suitable, and you get to share it with these two wandering around through the night. Pub was good, atmosphere was good for a Thursday night. I don't know what time the shop opens. Okay, leaving Cowan. I just stopped and had a quick chat to a couple of young fellas in their Forbies who've just come back from the Cape. And I was saying it's pretty dry and the creek levels or water levels are pretty low. So next stop, grab some fuel in Archer River. Beautiful morning, getting close to 7 o'clock. Oh, back on the dirt. We'll see how we go this morning. Yesterday when I was going to Cowan, I made a comment that everyone drives in the centre of the road. And because they do, all the sides are loose. So if you have a truck coming at you and you get over into the loose stuff, then you're in a bit of trouble. Trying to find the road, and then I'm trying to find the truck lines. When I was in this part, it had some big fucking road train coming at me, and I couldn't get out of the sand. You got these looks like road repairs, and they've just filled it with beach sand. And the way the sun is in the shadows, I can't see where my line's going to be. So I assume because the road train was over there that that's the best line, but sandy line is no good for me. And you get the little respites of some asphalt. Archer River Roadhouse. We're just talking to the staff who are backpackers from France, saying out of all the roadhouses, this is definitely the pick. Great setup, really clean, really polite, really helpful. So this could be a stop on the way back. Bit of a tragedy from coming to here. My Kmart Crocs, I didn't strap them down enough, and they fell into the front of the exhaust and melted the whole sole off. So there you go, $6.50. Glad I didn't buy the expensive ones. Anyway, let's keep rolling. Got to get to the tip, and then I've got to make decisions on how I'm going to get back home, or which direction I'm going to go back home. And at this stage, I don't know, because I've got shitty maps. I need a big map. So hopefully in Weeper I can find something. Well, it would seem I'm not going through to Weeper. I'm at this intersection. So 108 to Bramwell. So we'd be right for fuel there. 324 to Bamaga, and then Cape York. It's Friday. It's day 7. It's all becoming kind of real at the moment. 357. Could be there today, or I could be up there tomorrow morning. Let's see what happens. I'll talk and ride because I can at the moment. And I was just thinking, with all the kilometres I've done, is there's lots of magic editing into YouTube channels. And probably like anyone that watches my channel, they're watching all these other adventure bike channels, Australia-based, overseas, everywhere. And I've made this comment so many times, is that no matter where we ride in Australia, there are transit sections that are interesting, but not interesting enough to keep people engaged on YouTube. And I've watched all the North Queensland YouTube, Cape York channels, and everything's exciting. Look at everyone doing the Tally track, and the Creb track, Starkey track. But what you don't see, and unless there's lots of local knowledge, and there are all these tracks that go from Cape Tribulation and across, you know, which I'm sure there are, but a lot of what this adventure riding is is boring. It's just long transit sections and there's interesting stuff to see, but most of the time you can't take time out to look because you're too busy watching in front of you for potholes, corrugations, wildlife. So adventure riding's great because you always look towards the horizon, but it's what you don't see as you're passing by that, you know, part of that Australian experience is what the landscape is. That was a big truck going fast. How amazing is this super highway? I'm still maybe, I don't know, 40 k's outside of Bramwell. Now it's got to work out what's soft and what's not. Crossover. That stuff in the middle looks soft and sticky. I just came into one of those dips, you can probably see here, doing about 100. Came into the dip, straight into these beach sand. Front end was going everywhere. That was one of those puckering moments. Here we are, Bramwell. So I'm at Bramwell and I was talking to the guy working in the shop, just asking a few questions. So no concerns about track conditions or river conditions, everything else. Saying that there are some sandy sections. For me it is, do I just go from here to Bamaga, Cape York, get the photo and then on my way back do the tally? So what I might do is have a look down and then maybe keep going, or maybe turn around and just get up to Cape York. I don't know what the line is or what the line isn't. I don't know what's what. Guess we'll continue on for a while. It's only, it's not even 11 o'clock yet. At this speed, 76 kilometres could take a while. Who knows? Well, only having seen this stuff on YouTube, I can only guess this is gunshot. There's no way I'm going to take Sven down there. And there's no way I'm going to take Sven down there. So I don't know. It's a whole lot closer to Bramwell Junction than I anticipated, and the track's actually shorter than I had anticipated. 76 kilometres. As I said, everything on YouTube makes everything appear longer, more exciting, and I'm sure when the water's flowing, it probably is. Everything is so different on YouTube. Everything's a bit more exciting. So I'm down in whatever riverbed it is. So on, as I mentioned, on YouTube, it looks different. So at that start, if that was gunshot, there are tracks that go left, right and everywhere. And I'm assuming they're all bypass tracks for when there's water in the river. I have no idea which way to go. So this could take a bit longer than I anticipated. It's hot. So from what I think is gunshot, I've tried left and I've tried right, and I end up in dead ends. So this here seems to be where the track goes, runs along the river. The joy of exploring and riding by yourself. So to get into there, I have to drop off into here, go through. And to get out of the riverbed, I have to somehow get up that. That part doesn't look as bad, but loaded up by myself, have to question if it was the right thing to do. So, could go back to the roadhouse and then up to Bamaga, because this part of the tally is a bit of a bust, really. unless I'm missing something. Coming back into Bramwell, either I haven't done my due diligence and checked out the maps and everything I should have, or I'm missing something, and I'll be disappointed if I have missed a way in, but it is what it is. I'm still heading into Bamaga, and just met too close with a car. You know, you come around a bend, everyone's blasting to deal with the corrugations. Everyone's on the same line. Come around a bend, he wasn't moving, and for me to move, I'm going to try and quickly, or as quick as I can, move across the corrugations, up over to the soft sand, and gets the adrenaline pumping. The countryside has changed. Have to be getting close to Bamaga because the trees have gotten smaller. A bit more of a coastal landscape. So Old Telegraph is 28 kilometres that way. Doesn't make any difference to me because I still don't know where it goes to, where it goes from, and the ins or outs of it. I still don't know. It's mentioned before, this is nothing like on YouTube. I'm at Fruit Bat Falls. Looks like some fires went through and it's not looking so luscious, luxurious. According to the map, I need to meander down the walking path for 210 metres. I'm still all kitted up. It's going to be a long 210 metres. Go and have a look, because today's quest is Bamaga, and the tip if I can get there today, and then this will be somewhere to look at on the return. I have to say, I'm worn out. Well, I walked for a bit. I bumped into a family who were from Bamaga. The gentleman was saying that there was a fire here last week, which is why it looks the way it does. Saying it's definitely worth going down for a swim, and he reckons there'll be no problem with riding the bike down because other tour groups take their bikes down there. So continue the quest to Bamaga, and then return trip, come back here and have a swim, whether that's later today or tomorrow. Trying to work out what side of the road to be on. Here we are at the Jardine. So $80 return for a motorbike. Last ferry at 6. Start again at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. So 1 o'clock now. Not sure what my to and froms are going to be, or whether I'm going to be in Bamaga for the night. Oh, that water looks refreshing. Well, there's one of those must-dos. He's done. Ah, that's refreshing. I'm somewhere between the Jardine and Bamaga, and this section has the worst sandy stuff. Sections of the white sand, section of the red sand. It's you got to concentrate. So I just got dusted by Cape York Motorcycle Tours. Would have been nice to be there when they're in Bamaga, just to have a chat. It's been a long ride. We're just coming through the main strip of Bamaga. Need a break, have a drink, got to get some fuel. Finally, not finally back on the dirt, finally found the turn-off. I'm guessing I won't make the last Jardine ferry, which is at 6 o'clock. So, guess I'll be in Bamaga for the night. There we have it. 7 days, I'm exhausted. The tip of Australia over there. I don't know where this beach goes. I don't really plan on finding out. Finally made it. Just the walk from where you park your bike or your cars was brutal. About a kilometre over rocks, and I'm wearing all my gear, carrying my backpack. I wish I could go for a swim, but I can't. Made the walk to the point and back. It's brutally hot. I took a bottle of Gatorade with me. When I was walking back, I dropped it. It fell into the water, and there's no way I was going to reach in to grab it. So I'm buggered. Just took all my gear off, try and bring the body temperature down a bit, and then head back to Bamaga. No way I'm going to make the 6 o'clock ferry back across the Jardine. back to 20 years sober. 20 years. Some of it's been a struggle, a bit like this trip. Sometimes you just you want to give up, but you just got to push through. Take it day by day. A bit like everything at the moment. Sobriety, mental health, day by day. So this is a pretty interesting part of the track. I didn't video it before because SD ran out of space after 7 days. When I came up, I took this line here because I have no idea how deep that is in the middle, and I had no idea how deep this was, but made it. There's some big potholes through here that are a bit hard to see in the shade. I was going to head into Bummaga, but did a U-turn. Might go and see if Punsan Bay have somewhere to put up a tent. Air conditioning or not, as long as there's a shower. Worst case scenario, I go into Bummaga. So found a spot, Punsan Bay. We're going to be on the beachfront. And as you can see, there's a crocodile and it says do not swim, which I had no intention of doing. Got a pool, maybe have a dip, don't know, I'm exhausted. Punsan Bay. I was going to go through to Bummaga, get a motel room with some air conditioning, but came down to Punsan Bay, and apart from not being able to swim because of the crocodiles, how good is that? $30 unpowered. Best price, best site since leaving home.